along in that 15-year journey, you just referenced the director, the unlikely director that actually was the key to getting this made for you, because he took an interest in it beyond your initial script.
Yeah, my initial script was quite different than this film. The B plot of this film was kind of the A plot of my other script, my original script, which focused much more on the relationship between Shakespeare, the Earl of Oxford, and Ben Jonson. And we didn't really get into the politics or the succession issue or incest or any of that stuff in my original script. And then when Roland got interested in the movie, he went off and did his own research, and he became as obsessed about it as I was. And he came back to me and he said, you know, I've got this crazy idea to put in all of this stuff. What do you think? And I thought, wow, I don't know if it's true or not, but it surely makes really great drama. And suddenly the movie became a Shakespearean tragedy itself. It became a Greek tragedy, and it became about all the themes that Shakespeare talks about in his plays, not just incest, which is in many of the plays, but who's going to be the king, who's going to succeed, all of these things, you know, sex and betrayal, and all of these things are in Shakespeare's plays. There's a fool in all of Shakespeare, well, not all, but in most of Shakespeare's plays. In our play, it's Shakespeare himself is our fool. You know, all of these elements that come from Shakespeare are somehow introduced in our movie. And it is, at the end of the day, not a documentary, nor is it trying to convince you of anything. I don't think we could be any more clear that this is a piece of theater than by having the bookends where we say, hey, this is a piece of theater.
How did that come about, that idea?
That idea was actually very late. That idea only happened a few months before we started to shoot. And it originally wasn't designed to say, hey, this is a piece of theater. It was originally designed to say, hey, there's a real Shakespeare authorship issue. And there's probably some facts you don't know. You probably read a lot of the paperwork they just gave out, but it's a really fascinating thing to get interested in. As you've heard, you know, there's not a single piece of paper that's ever been discovered written by William Shakespeare, and that's including letters. There's never been a letter found by William Shakespeare, much less a play or a manuscript. And there's a lot of weird things that people just don't know exist with the biography of Shakespeare. And so we wanted to sort of say, hey, forget what you think you know, because the things you think you know, you might not actually know. Because, for example, we're all told that the lovely young Will went to that wonderful grammar school and that's the only education he had. That's a guess. We don't know that he went to that school at all. We just assume he went to that school because he must have gone to some school, right? Because he wrote these plays. There's no evidence he went to school, but we won't talk about that. We'll just say he went to school. And much of Shakespeare's biography, and I say that with a pause, is kind of made up